Welcome to the Can Wine Podcast, where we open cans of wine and talk about it. And we're in Season 4, Episode 40. And this Cantastic Journey has really taken us everywhere. And this particular wine that we'll get to shortly has an interesting Cantastic journey of its own too. And as you can see, I'm wearing a very colorful barbecue shirt because today was the kickoff of the barbecue season. We're on our Memorial Day weekend here down at the States, and we're saluting all those that paid the ultimate price. You're remembered. And anyways, getting to what we do here, our wine nerd word of the week, which is sparkling. Now this refers to the carbonation in a wine, and it can either be naturally derived through fermentation, or it can be artificially injected into the wine. So sparkling wines are popular, especially in the rosé category. And that brings us to our can of the week. And we are reaching out across the airwaves and across the continent to our friends in Regina, Saskatchewan. Catherine, are you there?
I'm here, Brad. I'm here from Canada on the Can Wine Podcast.
Yeah. And this can came from Canada. Would you like to introduce this can?
Yeah, I'd love to. So we are going to be drinking the Yes Way Rosé, the 250 ml can, 12.5% alcohol per volume. It is a company owned by friends in, is it Minnesota?
Yeah.
Is that right, Brad?
Mendota Heights, Minnesota. Yeah.
Yeah, Erica and Nikki, they're a female-owned business, started in 2013. The wine itself is a product of France, and I think you said it was imported to us from Germany. Is that correct?
Yeah, it says that it was bottled in Germany.
Bottled in Germany. Yeah, so it's made its way back to actually not too far away from Minnesota. And this can was purchased in our hometown, Branson, Manitoba. Not sure.
This was purchased at the Manitoba Liquor Control Commission, or the MLCC as we call it, in Brandon. The one on 10th Street seems to have the best selection of cans, so that's where I got it from. I went to the Corral Center. Sometimes they had wines in the past, and they're very helpful, and they sent me down there. So I went down and was able to get this and a couple more that we'll be featuring in the upcoming episodes, as we are right in the middle of our Rosé Roundup.
Roundup!
Yeehaw! Yeah. Round up those rosés, and perfect weather for it. We were, I think, 23 or 24. You said you were even hotter in Saskatchewan today, right?
Yeah, we 2 weeks ago when we talked, we had snow here, and today we are 28 Celsius. Not exactly sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but
that's
maybe
close.
85?
Yeah, close between, I think it's 87 degrees. And for those of you following, you were like 27 or 26. So that's the way the climate is out in the prairies. It's very continental, and it can be very extreme. You can go from slightly below freezing to boiling hot in, 2 weeks? Maybe 3 weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Exactly. But
yeah,
that's why you need a temperature-stable container like a can to keep these wines in. And we're very excited to be opening this. This is a mix of Syrah and Grenache done in the rosé style, and it's stainless steel fermented. So one would expect it to have lots of fruity notes because that's what the stainless steel fermentation does. It's also vegan friendly. So in Europe, apparently they have a pretty robust and varied canned wine production. You also said that they had an NA version available too.
Right, yeah. They've got 2 bottles. One is a more lightweight bottle to save on emissions during transportation. They have the can, and then they have the NA.
Oh, that's cool. Well. Yeah, because the NA stuff in Europe is really exploding. What I'm always hoping for, that someone will just say, hey, what the heck, let's make a 750 ml can, and the people that want the large size can get it. because they do make beer in 750 milliliter cans, so there is a can that will hold that kind of volume. At any rate, what is it that we do at the Can Wine Podcast?
We open cans of wine and talk about it.
Exactly, and we've been talking about this one enough already. People that really wanted to know a little bit more about this wine, and it was an interesting story that these people are more of a lifestyle brand than some, and really like rosé wine and put it together into this great format. So, if you're ready, I'm ready to count us in and do the opening.
I am ready.
This is a slight carbonation, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Slightly sparkling. It's a full-on peach color.
Yeah, it's a little less pink than they show on their website.
Mm-hmm.
So I was expecting it to be a little bit more rosy, but this is definitely peach.
Yeah, and they said strawberry and stone fruits. I would give them that. Very nice. I'm tasting...
I definitely smell the strawberry.
Yeah, cherryish too. It's really nice. I'm actually not wearing a hat in this episode, which you'll see when you eventually see it. But I do have a hat next to me, and this is a rare reverse color. It's a black hat with a white label. We were working this weekend. We moved in the summer of last year and have just been getting things together, and I'd lost all of my marketing material for the Can Wine Podcast, which I found. And I have knit caps, toques, these ones. I have a bunch of center stage caps. So I found them, and I thought, well, I'd put that hat out because no one's actually seen one like this. I think there's maybe one or two out there. My friend from Tai Chi, Rex, has one. And he's a big NA guy, so for health reasons, he's really enjoying the NA wines and enjoys that part of it. But I could enjoy this. What would you enjoy it with, Catherine?
Yeah, on the website it says a lot of seafood, watermelon and feta salad, which I think would be just amazing. I don't eat any meat or seafood, so I actually planned to make an orzo salad with lemon and basil and peas and asparagus, and I think it would have been beautiful with this. Unfortunately, when I threw the orzo into the pot, I accidentally threw in risotto, so now I'm having risotto, which is just a heavier, it's creamy and delicious, but it's a little heavier than I would probably pair with this.
Exactly.
I think the lighter seafoods and lighter salads would just be perfect with this.
Yeah, we're going to have this with turkey burgers, a nice salad, and some vegetarian burgers or mushrooms. Portobello mushrooms smoked that way would be fantastic. And it would be very good with this rosé. So,
you know what, I definitely can see myself buying this again. And I'm excited to say this is the first can I could actually go out and buy myself when all the rest of them had to be obtained through you.
Yeah, even if you only...
I could see just sitting around on the porch drinking this, maybe eating some plain kettle-cooked potato chips or something like that.
Or salt and vinegar, that Canadian standby.
Salt and vinegar, yeah, nice.
You have to qualify the listeners and say you could go out and get it, but it would be a 3.5 hour drive. But that's not unusual. Again, in the prairies,
Yeah, it's a 3.5 hour drive. But I will be there in a couple of weeks, and going through Brandon on my way up to Clear Lake, Riding Mountain National Park. So I think I'll be making a pit stop at the liquor store on 10th Street.
Yeah, and see if you can find anything unusual. I'm always curious.
Praise God, and maybe we'll be able to do a few more episodes Yes, that would be good.
Cool. Well, at any rate, we've pretty well done our show now, and I wanted to give a shout out to Rex from Tai Chi. Hey, Rex. They do make this stuff in an NA. I'll try and find out where I can get some of it, whether it's Minnesota, France, or Germany. Somewhere I can grab some. And that's our shout out. Our head scratcher. We're really going to puzzle you. Where was this wine put in a can? Where was it put in a can? So that's the head scratcher for this week. Again, thank you, Catherine, for being such a stalwart supporter of canned wine. And we look forward to doing at least one more episode before we wrap things up. And of course, it would be a rosé, as we're in our rosé roundup. So cheers, and till next time. Remember that just because it comes in a can doesn't mean you can drink and drive. The Canned Wine Podcast is a Center Stage production, all rights reserved.